able to find what I consider a good trace of chromite, which was 0.5, and I was able to get some chromite here. I got almost 2 stacks. This actually might be enough to last us for most of the rest of the... Ooh, what is this? I am curious. Some grains. That's all right. Where was I? I think we'll have all the chromite we really will need. I did have to stop mid search for chromite because it was getting pretty... My temporal stability was getting pretty low, so I had to come up, and when I came up, I found blue clay. So I'm bringing a bunch of blue clay back, and then also just some stuff I found in a ruin. Overall, a pretty good little adventure, but now we are headed back to start... we'll put this chromite in the pulverizer to get it ready, and then we can start preparing for sturdy leather. I just wanted to show my sturdy leather creation setup here. One of the first things I do is I write out the recipes for the 3 main things. This first one is for sulfuric acid. It's water, salt, pepper, powdered sulfate. And then once you have the sulfuric acid, you can make chromium sulfate, which is sulfuric acid, crushed chromite. And then you can use this chromium sulfate to tan it has to be a large or huge hide that's been scraped, so it has to go in lime water or borax water first. You do all of that, and then finally, these are just finished, but here's the final step. Take the large hides, put them in there, and then we need to put beeswax. So you can only do 2 at a time. Otherwise, it's too small. The cooking pot's too small, so you can only do 2 at a time. So I'll be able to do 1 more, and I must have mixed up my chromium sulfate with something else, because this is definitely not going to be enough chromium to get us through everything. So it looks like we can go ahead and make our first backpack. Plastic. So this has 8 slots. We'll swap that out from 6 slots. We are increasing our inventory space a little bit. I needed to stop because I'm running low on powdered sulfur. I need to go get more sulfur. It's the main thing I'm running low on at the moment. I need to go do that. Probably need more chromium, but I'm gonna try and see how far we can get without it. See if we can make at least 1 more backpack. We'll see. Well, I'm gonna put this outside. I have a feeling that Blythe will want to buy that at some point, so I'm not quite getting rid of it just yet. All right, I did go ahead and find a new status HUD. You can see it in the top left corner. Not sure if this is the one I'm gonna be sticking with or not. So far, so far it seems to be all right. We'll kind of play around with this for a little bit this month. And then if we like it, then I'll go ahead and move this world over to my main launcher, and we will be able to upgrade. Now, I would like to go talk to Blythe to see if she's got anything for us, because we've been collecting a few tapestries in here. I'm interested to see if she's got any other tapestries that we can purchase from her. No tapestries. I do have that picture though. I'm not collecting the garments just yet. Okay, and so the next big thing that I've been working on is adding more dab and wattle to the museum. I've added a bunch of wattle to the hallways. You can see the armory hallway now has a ceiling on it, and then the lore hallway is completely enclosed in wattle. well, almost completely enclosed. We're missing a section here. So we can kind of start seeing, well, not so much because it's dark, but we can kind of start envisioning how these big buildings are going to come out and stretch along here and be able to connect. And then we'll have these little courtyard areas that we can do some fun stuff in as well. All of that is very exciting. I do have a bunch of blue clay at this point. I've been on the hunt for blue clay, and we've been collecting a bunch of dried grass from the south. Now, my main holdup for the dab situation is that we need more granite sand, completely out of granite sand. So, getting ready to go on an adventure to find some more granite sand. I have made some progress on the floor hallway. It takes so much material to do just even a little bit. I'm completely out of sticks. I'm gonna have to go like beat up a bunch of these bushes out here with my shears to get a bunch of sticks. But I did want to show some of the tapestries that I've moved in. So let's see here. Okay, so we know that this one was holy. This one right here with the kind of robot looking thing, this is called Schematic C. A mobile colossus for scaffolding and hoisting. May they inspire our tired workmen. When they first started moving, the crowds almost panicked and fled, but eventually a cheer went up. Finally, we had made something greater than ourselves. And then this one is called Dangers of Temporally. And I've actually never seen this one completed. Next page. In private, he spoke of a world unhinged, bound by the gaze of reality. It is a place of wonders, my friend, and yet I ask for caution, lest we see our own world change in kind. So possibly a warning about experimenting with sciences we don't 100% understand. And then this one is called Seraphim. To think we would have a chance to fight again. I do not know why we are returned to this world, but I am grateful. Peace. All right, I'm very excited. I'm very excited for all of this snow to freaking melt. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. It's still here. But that is looking great. Another thing that we need to kind of work on is lighting for these. I think I want to do a lot of bismuth lanterns, so we need to make a bunch of bismuth stuff. I've been slowly adding to the ore collection in here, so this is going to be great when this is able to be on full display. Some of these, like I got some chromium ore. These look so cool. Like I really like how this iron looks. Really haven't done too much on the armory hallway. I guess this does have a ceiling of wattle, but not much else. And I was trying to work on the floors. And so you see how these are like sideways? I was like, oh, I need to change them so that they go straight. When you come in right here, so that these would go straight. And then see how they turn? And you're like, oh yeah, just use the wrench. Well, I thought I'd be smart and use half slabs. Apparently, you can't rotate half slabs to be in that orientation. It's very, very frustrating. I did just think that we're gonna do some science real quick. I put them on as top slabs. I wonder what would happen if I put it down as a bottom slab, if I could rotate it. We'll use this one for an example. So we put that down as a bottom slab, and then I need to get up and around. And now if we rotate this, nope, see, it still only goes this way. It won't go this way. It's very frustrating. These are so you see it says birch slab, and these are birch planks. And birch planks, you can turn them around like that. can't do that with a slab. But with the slabs, I'll probably just use it on this hallway because this one does need them going in that direction. So they won't be like thrown away and unusable. We'll just have to repurpose them and then use like full planks for the side stuff. Additionally, yesterday in game, I planted some rye seeds. So I'm having to get used to looking in the top left corner instead of the bottom left corner for the weather. It looks like it might be getting warm enough now for some seeds. So I did plant rye, which we saw rye can go down to -12. So I thought this was the safest one to plant for testing. And when I was watching it, I didn't really see it go above or below -13. So kind of interested to see where we are in that. I'm wondering if we're getting really, really close to having the ability to plant in the greenhouses. And then we've almost got the next batch of steel done. Look, 93%. This one should also be that. Yeah, 93. So we've got that coming. I'm hoping the winds pick up. Like, they've been mostly in the 20s and 30s. I really want something like above 50. It would be nice to go ahead and make some steel chain armor. I mean, we've got the iron chain armor. It'd be nice to go ahead and ramp up the steel if we can, just for a little bit more protection. Went ahead and cleaned up the snow that was inside the main entrance of the museum, so you can see the floor pattern in here. I think I like this. It's mostly these clinker blocks with a few rough clinker blocks scattered about. I still think it'd be cool to have some kind of centerpiece chiseled thing in the center. Not quite sure what yet, but just keeping that in the back of my mind. I have moved some of the armory stuff into the armory hallway, like the blackguard thing, and then our old leather armor in here. That's great. Also started to move some of the tapestries that are finished into the lower hallway. Honestly, I do think the hallway is going to be a great place for most of the tapestries and paintings, but we'll definitely have more room for the lower stuff when we build a big building back here. And then this, oh my god, I need to do this building like soon. I have so much mining stuff that I've been collecting. It's just all randomly in here. So yeah, definitely need, this is probably gonna be the first building that I make, but oh my god, it's so much material for this dab and waddle, man. I'm out of dried grass again, and then the blue clay that we found to the south. Hold on, let me let it load. Down here, I've already mined that completely out. That's gone. It's just gone now. So now I need to go find more blue clay. Oh, I guess I could start using fire clay. Since we have an abundance of fire clay bricks now, maybe I just switch over to fire clay at this point. It'll be a little bit easier. And then granite sand. Granite sand, I've been using the champion translocator, which just like scoots me a little bit down here. And this is where I've been getting my granite sand, but I'm running low on granite sand in this area. I do need to see what kind of like desert this is. Hopefully granite sand, so I do need to go exploring up and around here. Maybe also down here as well to see if we can find more granite sand. I've been finding a lot of granite gravel, but we need sand for the waddle. Also got 2 large bismuth lanterns. And so I have been trying to find more bismuth because it takes a lot. It takes a lot of bismuth to make these large lanterns, because not only do you need the plate, then you also need 8 nails per lantern. It's a lot. It's a it's a lot of materials. Look, this is without my light, and it lights it up pretty well. I mean, obviously I'd want one here and there, and then we'll also need some down the hallways, but they do a pretty good job of lighting up the area. Additionally, we are running very, very low on food, like to the point that I don't really have much food to prepare. So I am growing stuff now, and I'm trying to be pretty on top of watering these. I just watered this greenhouse. I haven't watered this other greenhouse, but this greenhouse over here is just carrots. I need to water that one too in a minute. Just hoping that they'll grow as quickly as possible. I also added bone meal to some of the plants. The pea plants are the ones that get the most benefit from bone meal. The N plants get some benefit, but the Ks don't. So I didn't put anything on these carrots over here because they don't benefit from bone meal. Oh man. So just really hoping those grow up pretty soon. The chickens do have a bunch of eggs in here, and I did consider going in and just grabbing a bunch of eggs. But what I might do instead is just take some rendered fat, because I have been eating some rendered fat. So, you know, some nice little fat bombs. And going hunting in those very southern areas, because they're yeah, so just taking rendered fat. I feel like there's still a lot of stuff that can be hunted and gathered. I'm hoping to find more mushrooms and stuff. Yeah, down in here. And I did extend the road a bit. Oh my god, we're about to hit this huge mountain, which is insane. But I do think I want to bust through the mountain so that we can get a road from to here. But honestly, finding a translocator would be best. So I have been caving over here as well. I did find a small locust nest. It was, I found a small ruin in there where the locust nests were, but I couldn't find a translocator nearby. So I don't, maybe I missed the translocator, or maybe they were to go along with our theory about locust nest guarding stuff. Maybe it was just quote unquote guarding the ruin that I found. So I'm not sure. I do think there might be something to that though. Anyway, I'm gonna go hunting. I made some, oh my god, I made some steel arrows because we used all but one of our iron arrows. So I went ahead and made a few steel arrows. I also have started making some steel chain. So I've got 4 pieces of steel chain. We just had some pretty decent wins. So that's great. I also want to note that I did go ahead and update to 1.22.3. BS Launcher was finally able to do the update, and this status HUD mod that I really like also had an update for it. It was really nice to 1.22.3. So I prefer this status HUD mod versus the other one that I was experimenting with. I don't know. Maybe just because I'm more used to this one. Yeah, I just prefer this one. So I was really happy to see that both updated within the past couple of days, and we're able to stick with them. Anyway, I am going to go hunting and hopefully also find some mushrooms. Really need to bulk up on some stuff. I mean, look, down here, it's only what, -3, -2? Man, it's really nice. But this is also, when we get to creating the wall, we need andesite sand for the dab and waddle that we want to use for that. And this is going to be a fantastic place to gather andesite sand. It's everywhere. So this is good for that future project. So I'm laying out some floor plans. And actually, I just realized a mistake. I'm laying out some floor plans of what I'm thinking these rooms are going to be looking like. So when you come out of the mining, nature, whatever we're going to call this hallway. There's going to be like a little indent over here on the side. And then the room's going to stretch all the way over here. And so we'll have areas for all the different mining stuff. We'll have, you know, a bunch of nature stuff in here as well. Mounts for the antlers, and the fish will probably be mostly in the hallway since those are good hallway things. And then over here, it can connect into the lore room, which is going to be gigantic. Just because it has to stretch between the nature room and the armory room, which will be all over there. Then here's the little courtyard thing that I was talking about, little courtyard area. And so we'll have one of these over there on the other side as well, between the armory and the lore hallways. And I'm just thinking having some really nice, pretty trees and just a little garden area and just be really pretty nice place to chill. Whoa, my goodness. So, right now, the main thing that I'm working on is I went out to get more borax because I'm low on borax and I have so much leather that I need to process. I also need to go out to get some more sulfur for the sturdy leather stuff. I did find more chromium, and that I think has already has gone through the pulverizers. I think the chromium's ready. I need more sulfur. But while I was searching for more borax, I found a huge area of iron, and I got a bunch of iron. And so right now I'm doing all of it. I've already got 60 iron blooms, and I've got 60 more cooking. And then I have, this is excess iron that I still need to process. And then this one's completely full. So I think one more round of 60. I mean, that's definitely gonna clean this out, and that'll make a nice little dent in this one, so we'll have some more room for it. So we'll have 3 stacks of 60 iron blooms to go through. So we need to wait, like right now, some really good winds, so I might probably be up there in the help hammer right now doing that. But we will need some nice winds to make the iron ingots, and then that's gonna give us enough iron to convert into steel to last for pretty long time. I'm pretty happy about that. As far as our crops are going, they're not growing as much as I'd like them to. I'm watering them seriously like 2 times a day right now. Anytime I come in here and it's below like 80%, I'm pulling the watering can out. Like it's almost down to 80% again. But they're all still at level 1. I mean, these growth speed 117%. Come on! I need vegetables. It's not even meat at this point because I can go hunting for meat. It's the vegetables. Now, the berry bushes look like they have come out of dormancy, which is pretty nice. Well, the ones that aren't mature are coming out of dormancy. The mature ones are still dormant. So, okay, fine, whatever. We talked about this a while ago, but I only mentioned it briefly. I think these fruit trees are too close. I think the fruit trees need to go down here. So I think I'm gonna let them grow up and produce fruit for this spring, but after I harvest the fruit from them, I'm gonna go ahead and chop them down, and I'm gonna move them back probably over here somewhere. Because this is just a bigger space for an orchard. This is just too small. It's too small for an orchard. It's okay for the berry bushes, and I'll probably end up making more berry bush lots. At least one more berry bush lot over there, but this might get taken down. We'll see. And then I did go in and cull. Ooh, there's another sheep. So we do want, sorry bro, but we need the meat. I did go in and cull some of the sheep that we could get rid of. And we do have some Gen 3 sheep, and they do seem a lot less aggressive. So that's Gen 2. This is a Gen 2 as well, but I believe, like, see, look at this Gen 3 ram. Like, it's not even coming at me. So, like, this ram, this Gen 2 ram, you're going, bud. So this is really nice that after Gen 3, they're not like trying to murder you all the time. Now, I can't quite get rid of this U just yet because we need more U's. So that's another Gen 3 male. They'll be processed. I think there's one more U back here. Yeah, another Gen 2 U. So we just need a few more U's to produce some more Gen 3s, and then we're good for a while. Very excited about that. The pigs haven't been breeding because I don't have the excess vegetables to feed them right now. So unfortunately, they've just been kind of sitting, but should be able to get them through soon. But look, I've got all of this leather just sitting here. I also made sheet of stitched leather. You can turn it back into normal leather. I think this is just for decoration. So I just put it up. I'm not really sure what to do with that just yet. On the adventure southward, I was able to find a good amount of mushrooms to make some stews. I think we might have to go again if these vegetables aren't growing as much as I'd like them to. See, we've got a decent amount of meat. It's the vegetables where we're really struggling right now. Which I guess isn't the worst. The meat fills you up pretty good. Check this out. Spring is like coming for us. It's so cool to see the slow fade from spring to winter, or winter to spring. But yeah, this is looking awesome. The museum is looking huge, which is great. I'm really excited for this. I did also, while I was hunting down south, over here, there's a huge blue clay field. So very excited to go mine that out. And I'm hoping with all these water patches, all these little ponds and stuff, I'm hoping there's more blue clay over here. But I really need to go down here and look for translocators so that we don't have to run the whole way. I was able to collect enough mushrooms to make some more stews. And last I checked, the crops still had not grown. Oh, yeah, look at this. They're still all on one. Oh my goodness. All these are on one. Okay. All right, so we need to make sure we're keeping an eye on that. Spring's starting to roll in this way. I need to come out here and harvest a bunch of this dried grass so we can get back into the dab and waddle of things. So probably what I'm going to be doing next as we roll into next month.